Do you want to create an online course but you aren't sure where to start? This video is for you. I'm going to walk you through 3 different ways to structure your online course so that you can get your genius out of your brain and into the hands of people that need it and desire it, and do it in a way that makes it easy to sell courses every single day. Plus, at the end, I'm going to share some behind the scenes info about how to actually set this up and start selling as quickly and easily as possible. I personally use a platform called Teachable, which I love and adore. I have a link below, and I'll be walking you through how I use that tool to sell courses. First type of course that you could create is a how-to course. This is the kind that walks you from A to B about how to do a specific thing. It's probably the first place that you think of when it comes to an online course. However, a lot of people do this in the wrong way. Instead of creating a clear path to do a specific action to get to a specific outcome, they try to cram everything that they know into an online course. So the way to avoid that conundrum and that trap is to start with your testimonial first. What do you want people to rave about and to say that they have done by the end of your course? And then backwards engineer this how-to course to teach exactly what they need to know and nothing more to get to that outcome. The beautiful part about this course is that they're clear, there's absolutely no confusion, and there's actually very little hand-holding because somebody can go through this course as quickly as they need to, or they can always come back and reference things at a later date. It's really a self-service type of way to teach people what you know. Here's a few examples of a how-to type of course. How to set up your Etsy shop. How to create and market an online course. How meta. How to start a blog and get your first 1,000 readers. Fun fact, the very first online course that I ever bought was from Corbett Barr, and it was how to start a blog that matters. Excellent example of a how-to course, and it was the one that started me on this whole beautiful online business journey. So much is possible from online courses. Second type of course that you could create is what I like to call the Toolbox course. This type of course is jam-packed with resources, templates, checklists, tools, swipe files, things that your students can use in their life or in their business right away. These types of courses are perfect if you already have a lot of these resources developed. Maybe you're a service provider who has a lot of these artifacts, these byproducts of your work that you could share with other people to speed up their process. This is also perfect if you don't necessarily want to have to teach step by step a lot of content. You are simply helping your students get to an end result faster by creating tools for them to use. One of my dear friends, Katya Varbanova, has a course like this. Her company is called Viral Marketing Stars, and the Viral Content Club gives the students of the course templates each and every month that they can implement into their social media marketing to reach a wider audience, to go viral, to make their message famous. If you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. I love Katya's work, helped her develop her brand, was happy to play a role in the launch of this incredibly valuable course. I think the second course that I ever bought was similar to this type of course, the Toolbox course. It was a course, and I can't remember the name. I think it might have been something like Designer MD or like something of that nature, where it was all of the process documents that a specific design agency used to run their web design projects. So incredibly useful as a new agency, as a new consultant, to bring into my business so that I don't have to create everything from scratch. This can be really, really beautiful and easy to sell, and it actually isn't a lot of content and teaching that you have to do. You're simply sharing the tools. Some examples would be a sushi, a social media marketing kit for businesses, time management toolkit for busy entrepreneurs. I know a lot of people are having a lot of success selling like Notion or ClickUp templates, kind of falls into this category. Or I suppose you could even look at like a collection of recipes as this toolbox type, because you're giving people the tools to make the dishes. third type of online course that you could create would be a challenge course. This has a very specific time frame and often a live component where you're walking people through a process that they are going to all do at the same time and in the same order. Typically, these last somewhere between 5 days to a couple of weeks, but choose your own adventure. Students would typically receive daily steps, whether that's in the form of daily lessons or daily emails that tell them what to do each day. And then when you build in accountability, whether that's from you or from, say, a guest coach or from the group itself, people get a ton of value from these challenge courses. These types of courses are amazing if you really want to help people get to results and you want to provide accountability along the way. Here are a few examples to get your wheels turning. You could do a 5-day email marketing challenge for consultants. You do a 10-day Instagram growth challenge for coaches, businesses, or maybe a 14-day productivity challenge for entrepreneurs. We've all seen these types of courses, especially in health and fitness and in other places as well. I've seen ones where video coaches or strategists will encourage their students to go live on, say, like Facebook Live or on YouTube or create a video every single day, that kind of thing. That type of support can be really, really valuable. And to give you just even more examples of each of these three, I have actually created all three in my own business. So in terms of how-to courses, my course called Brand New Brand, and then also my Convert with a Quiz course are both how-to courses. Brand New Brand is all about setting up your brand strategy and standards from A to Z, from the inside out as a psychology-driven brand. And then my Convert with a Quiz course is all about how to set up a lead generating quiz to use in your business. In terms of a Toolbox course, my brand fluency archetype courses fall into this realm. It's really just a curated collection of words, color palettes, photo ideas, marketing ideas, strategies, stories, etc. that fits each of the 12 brand archetypes. So people often will buy 2 or 3, or they get the whole collection of 12 archetypes if they join me in the Brand Clarity Collective. They dip in and out of them almost like a dictionary. It's more of a resource than a specific A to Z path. And then finally, for a challenge course, I host my 30-day Brand Advantage Sprint twice per year inside of my Brand Clarity Collective. It used to be a standalone challenge course I sold many times very successfully. And now I've just moved that into my Brand Clarity Collective to make things a little bit more streamlined and easier to explain. And all three of these help me sell online courses each and every day. Which one are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I absolutely love Teachable as a tool to deliver and sell my online courses. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. And I wanted to take you behind the scenes of some of the cool features that Teachable has. I'm trying to do this without sharing too much sensitive information, but you can see some sales data for some of the different versions of the courses that I sell here. But for example, to bring you into my Brand New Brand course, which is one of the first courses that I ever launched, you have a lot of beautiful opportunities to create your own branding. So having your own headline or header video up here. The really beautiful thing about Teachable is the student interface. So you don't have to be the one that is like creating passwords or mailing out password protected pages or anything clunky like that. They have this beautiful interface where the students get to access the curriculum that you have uploaded to the platform. So first step, after you decide what type of course that you're going to create, you'll probably create an outline. And you can even start to outline, in a sense, what the student experience is going to be right here in Teachable. So you can create these sections that have lectures within them. So we start with an orientation, we give them the tools that they need for the courses, and then I have the curriculum broken into these different lectures. Like I said, my Brand New Brand course is a how-to course, how to build a brand. I organized the curriculum to do that step by step by step. You can see that you can add videos, you can add files, so like PDF files or images, you can add text, you can even add a quiz in terms of assessing somebody's comprehension of the
curriculum. You can add specific code, or you can even add an upsell to one of your other products if you have a deeper dive. So you can see here that I have a video, I have some text that links to different resources on my website, and then I have a bunch of PDF worksheets that people work through to build out this page in their brand book. And then they build out the rest of their brand book in the other lessons. And in terms of pricing, you get to set exactly what your course pricing is. You can create installment pricing plans if you want. You can even have more of a membership model where there's an ongoing membership. And then Teachable is the one that is determining if somebody needs to pay sales tax and VAT tax. If you're selling to Europeans, they're collecting that on your behalf and distributing it where it goes. I believe they work with like PayPal and Stripe. If you have the back office installed like I do, you can choose to either get daily deposits or weekly deposits, which is super fun to see revenue and the sales coming in each and every day. Tons of amazing features. I could never even scratch the surface in this short little video, but I wanted to show you that those were some of my favorites. I love the checkout process. I love that I don't have to handle that on my own website. I don't have to be responsible for that transaction happening on my own website. So this is what the student actually sees. And there's actually a few different templates that you can use at this point. They've added some new ones. It's all just beautiful, easy to access, easy to reference, can house all of your intellectual property in this beautiful library. Highly recommend Teachable if you are looking to sell your own online courses or streamline online courses that you are already selling. I can't wait to see what you create. Happy online course creating and selling. I will see you in the next video.